Hi, today we are going to see the first chapter of biology, which is chapter nutrition and plants of class 7. So basically in this chapter we'll be seeing about the nutritions which are made by the plants and the two different ways by which it's made, and also the different nutrients which are produced, and the different ways by which the plants take in the food, and the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. So we are going to start the chapter, and this is the part 1. So nutrition is the process of taking of the food and also the utilizing of the food. Taking can be done by many parts such as mouth, sucking tube, etc. And utilization is done by the cells, where the organism absorbs the food and utilizes it to perform energy, such as in humans, beating of the heart and respirating. So there are two types of nutrition, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So there are total 6 types of nutrients, that are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, and roughage. Carbohydrates is helps us giving energy. Protein helps us building the body and keeping the cells, repairing of the cells, and fats help in giving us energy. Fats give more energy than the carbohydrates. Minerals and vitamins protect us from bacteria, viruses, etc. Roughage helps us in digestion, or the process of removal of the undigested food. So without the roughage, a person might suffer a disease called as constipation, and he must meet a doctor named proctologist who could treat it. Next we are going to see about the two types of nutrition that we saw, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which the organism makes its own food and from the simple inorganic substances. So there are two ways in which a plant can make its own food: photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which the plant makes food from sunlight, waters, carbon dioxide, etc. And in chemosynthesis, instead of sunlight, energy is used, and in the process of making food, even SO2 or sulfur dioxide is also used in making the food. So non-green plants such as green sulfur and purple sulfur does this process, that is chemosynthesis. So they do not need the sunlight. So glucose is during this process, glucose is produced as a final content. The chemical formula for glucose is C6H12O6. So nextly we are going to see about the second type of nutrition, that is heterotrophic nutrition. This type of nutrition, the organism cannot make its own food, so it obtains the food from other organisms. So it is divided into 3 types: holozoic mode of nutrition, saprotrophic mode of nutrition, and parasitic mode of nutrition. Saprotrophic mode of nutrition is the nutrition in which the organism feeds on dead and decaying matter such as mushroom, etc. And parasitic, the organism which feeds on other organisms' blood or product is called as parasitic mode of nutrition. For example, insects and leeches, etc. So holozoic mode of nutrition is a nutrition in which, for example, humans perform holozoic mode of nutrition. We'll be learning about the holozoic mode of nutrition in detail in the second chapter, that is nutrition in animals. So photosynthesis is the process by which the plants make their own food from organic food from inorganic substances such as CO2, H2O, and solar energy to produce glucose. This process is called as photosynthesis. So the chemical formula for photosynthesis is 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. So photosynthesis occurs in the presence of blue and red light. So when blue and red light is there present, then photosynthesis might occur faster. So the necessary materials or reactant used for photosynthesis are sunlight, chlorophyll, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. So to show that sunlight is necessary for what plant to perform photosynthesis, the following activity can be taken place. That is, first we have to take a plant and keep it in the dark room for 2 to 3 days. Then we can test as the plant is kept in the dark for 2 to 3 days, all the starch is being utilized by the plant, so finally no starch is present in the leaf. So to prove that, we test the leaf with the starch test or iodine to ensure no presence of starch. Now we cover the after we find that no presence of starch, then we cover the leaf with a polythene bag or gunong screen. Gunong screen is like a metallic box with a design in the middle, so it allows only the light in the design in the middle, preventing the light in the side. And now we can keep it in the sunlight, and after 8 to 10 hours we can test the leaf again with the iodine. So starch is produced in the parts where the design is there in the gunong light screen. So thus we can say sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. So in the dark, when we keep the plant, it cannot perform photosynthesis, so it utilizes all the starch that it made in the past few days. Next we'll be learning about the cell. So cell is the smallest organ, smallest component that makes our body. So it is though it is small, it is the smallest component. It's also a complex component. It contains many cell organelles such as mitochondria, etc. A chlorophyll is also present in a cell organelle named chloroplast, which helps us in photosynthesis. Organisms are divided into two, that is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular organisms are the organisms that are made up of only one single cell, and multicellular organisms are made up of more than one single cell. Example of unicellular animal is amoeba, and unicellular plant is Chlamydomonas. So this the cell is made up of a cell membrane covering it, and inside there is a jelly-like liquid known as the cytoplasm, and inside the cytoplasm the nucleus is present. In the cytoplasm there are many organelles such as mitochondria and chloroplast, as I mentioned, including the nucleus. So the cell contains a genetic material known as the DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid, which helps in the transfer of genetic material. Anabolic reactions are the reaction in which the complex molecules are produced from the simple ones. So the simple things are converted into complex, whereas catabolic reactions are the reactions which are converted from complex to simple. So example of anabolic is photosynthesis, that is, light energy is converted into chemical energy. So as we already saw that requirements of sunlight are requirements of photosynthesis: sunlight, CO2, H2O and chlorophyll. We'll see about the different parts of the plant which help us in the photosynthesis in the second part of the video. Thank you.